All right, today we are diving into a medical innovation that could honestly change everything for how we manage two of the world's most widespread chronic conditions, diabetes and obesity. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. What if that whole daily grind of finger pricks, insulin shots, and separate pills just to manage your weight, what if all of that could be replaced by a single, long-lasting injection? It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But believe it or not, it's a future researchers are working on right now. So, to really get why this is such a game changer, we first have to talk about what millions of people are dealing with every single day. Let's call it the daily double burden. Okay, so on the one side, you've got the current reality. For so many people, this is life. Multiple insulin shots every day, on top of other medications to help manage weight, which is often a huge struggle when you have diabetes. It's constant, it's demanding. But then, look at the other side. That's the goal. One single shot to handle both jobs. And look, this is about so much more than just convenience. It's about fundamentally changing someone's quality of life. So how in the world do we get from that really complicated reality to a simple single shot? Well, the answer lies in a brilliant idea, all centered around a pretty amazing new piece of medical tech. It's called a dual-action smart hydrogel. Okay, let's break that down. Hydrogel is just what it sounds like, a gel made mostly of water. The nano part means it's built with teeny tiny particles, which is super important for how it works. Dual action, of course, means it's carrying two different medicines. But here's the kicker, the really cool part. It's smart. This isn't just a blob of gel. It's an intelligent system designed to release those medicines in a really specific, really controlled way. Okay, so the idea is awesome, but how does this thing actually work? Let's take a look under the hood, inside the hydrogel, to see the science behind it. It's pretty elegant, actually. You know, it really boils down to this beautifully simple three-step process. First up, in the lab, scientists take insulin and a weight loss drug and basically trap them inside this gel matrix. Step 2, that gel gets administered in just one simple injection. And finally, step 3, the hydrogel just goes to work, slowly and intelligently releasing both of those drugs over a long period of time. We're talking days, maybe even weeks from a single shot. Now this is where you really see the smart part in action. It doesn't just dump both drugs out at once. No way. The insulin release is what they call glucose responsive. This means the gel has these little enzymes that actually sense high blood sugar, and that's the trigger to release insulin, but only when it's needed. It's basically trying to act like a healthy pancreas. At the same time, that second drug, a GLP-1 agonist, which helps you feel full, is released on a slow and steady schedule to help with weight loss. It's two different release schedules for two different jobs, all from one clever little system. So we've talked about the science, which is amazing, but what does all of this actually mean for the person getting that injection? What's the real-world payoff for patients? 22%. Just let that number sink in for a minute. Based on the kind of weight loss drugs they're looking to use in this hydrogel, patients could see up to a 22% drop in their body weight. For somebody who has been battling obesity for years, that is not just a number on a page, that is absolutely life-changing. And this visual really drives the point home. This isn't about treating two separate things in isolation. It's about the incredible combined effect on a person's overall health. See, when you lose weight, your body often becomes more sensitive to insulin. So by tackling both at once, you create this amazing positive cycle in the body. It means a much, much better chance at avoiding long-term complications and just improving health across the board. So when you put it all together, what are we really looking at? We're talking about a huge improvement in quality of life. We're talking about much better control over both blood sugar and weight. And maybe most importantly, we're talking about the promise of a healthier future with way fewer of those scary long-term complications. Now, as incredible as all this sounds, we do have to pump the brakes just a little bit and be realistic. This tech is revolutionary for sure, but it's still in development and there are some pretty big hurdles on the horizon. Yeah, getting from a cool idea in a lab to something you can actually get from your doctor, that's a huge journey. On the science side, they have to absolutely nail the formula, make sure the gel is safe inside the body, and guarantee that drug release is perfectly precise every single time. And then you've got the whole regulatory maze, years of intense clinical trials to prove to agencies that it's safe and that it actually works. It's a long road, for sure, but the destination is absolutely worth the trip. And all of this leaves us with one massive, really exciting question. This specific hydrogel is zeroed in on diabetes and weight loss, But the core concept, a single, smart injection that can manage complex, interconnected conditions, that could be a blueprint for so much more. So, is this what the future of treating chronic disease looks like? It's a pretty thrilling possibility to think about.